start fresh. As every time I start freaking recording. Piece of freaking. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the preview of Chapter 3, Season 1. Yes, I said it. We are beginning another chapter. Because this second chapter has been some horse crap. As we've only had literally 5 seasons. Because the first 2 seasons were good. The third season ended early because of issues. Then we only managed to pull out seasons 10. Then seasons 4 and 5 were all in October and November. And that was pretty much it for that chapter. It was not a good chapter. We've only had 2 months of normalcy in the entire chapter, and then it just kind of went to crap. So we're going to try to get back on track from this screwed up chapter, but we're going to begin Chapter 3. So Chapter 3 is going to consist of 12 seasons, just like every chapter does. Each one has a different number of games in it. So without further ado, let's go over what Season 1 is going to look like. Chapter 3, Season 1 will be the medieval season. It's convenient that I decided to pick this because Fortnite is also celebrating its new chapter with another medieval kind of season. So we decided to pick the same theme, because why not? Some of the new things that we're going to be doing, we will also be discussing in this video as well. There's only 10 slides in this entire presentation. This is the second one, so don't click out the video. It's not like the Huge Awards, which is like a long list of slides. Yeah, the Huge Awards will be one of the things we'll be talking about in this video as well. Alright, let's move on to the games. There's going to be a total of 24 games, and each one has its own purpose. So the games that we will be playing are all listed on the right. PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, Clash of Clans, Arena of Valor, 8-Ball Pool, Brawl Stars, Identity 5, Granny, Mobile Legends, Shadow Fight 2, FIFA Mobile, Last Day on Earth, Fortnite, League of Legends, Stumble Guys, Standoff 2, Free Fire, Bop Bro, Roblox, Clash Royale, Minecraft, Genshin Impact, Geometry Dash, and Subway Surfers. Those are all the games that we will be playing this season. And as you can see on the left, 8 games will be eliminated at the end of this season, which means, what do I mean by that? We're going to be doing a little contest with the games. Based on the amount of streamer points each stream earns, the 8 games that earn the least amount of points will not move on to Season 2 and will be eliminated. Does it mean they can't come back? No. It just means they won't move on to the next season. The ones that will come back or will get added to the next season will be dependent on the viewers voting, which we will be resuming 10 days before this season ends. So yeah, there will be 6 new games added to Season 2, which again, you get to vote for it. Whenever we get to the polls in that day, you'll be able to add any number of games that you want with a maximum of 6 that you want to suggest getting added to Season 2. Then we're going to do at the end of the season, we will be doing a roulette. Well, this will be, of course, a day This will literally be a day before. This will be simulated a video before the actual Channel 96 news video comes out, which we'll talk about later, so that I can edit some stuff once we select the games. The games will be put on a roulette wheel, and we will spin it 6 times. Unless if there's not enough games, then we'll just add them all and maybe add a couple random games. In case we don't have enough. But for each person that votes a game, it adds 1 weight to the option that you want. So let's say there's 1 vote for, let's just say Terraria. It would, but there was another game like Block Strike. There's 2 votes for Block Strike. I'm not trying to diss any games. I like both of these games a lot, but if there's 1 vote for Terraria and 2 votes for Block Strike, the roulette wheel would have a 66% chance of landing on Block Strike, while having a 33% chance on landing on Terraria. So that's how that works. So the more you vote, the higher your chance of getting in the next season. And again, there will be 6 spins, so the odds will rack up in your favor. Well, over time, we will drop the number of games down that we will be added each season. But for now, it will be 8 games going home and 6 new ones getting added for Season 2. All right, moving on. We have the Chapter 3 Season 1 schedule. It does look a lot different than what you would expect in Chapters 2 and 1. Because now we have a new edition on most of the Sundays called Super Sunday. And then at the end of the season, we have 3 segments, some old and some new. Forfeit Wheel of Death, 3 Hours in the Woods, and Channel 96 News. All right, let's get on with what we have. On Monday to Saturdays, that is, of course, before the postseason, which is any day after the 28th, so this 29th, 30th, and 31st, for this season at least. You have a game. You will, on those Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays that are in the 28-day radius, we'll just play the game that's displayed on the day. So, for example, for those of you who like Minecraft, January 25th, that's when you're playing it. Those of you who like Roblox, January 23rd. Those of you who like Fortnite, January 16th. The schedule was all chosen by random. I did a random wheel to determine what game is going to go on which day. So I actually kind of randomized this a lot. All right. Moving on to the events, aka the 3 segments that are not, or the couple of the segments that are not usually on the schedule, because we always had a bunch of random segments on throughout the history of doing chapters. For chapters 1, we did this thing called bonus games and stuff like that. But we're going to try to mix it up a little bit better with an addition of other segments. So, let's talk about the events. This one you probably have heard of if you were a fan of The Huge. Super Sundays. Super Sunday is an event where we get together as a group and try to record something or stream something. It is also the day that we also attempt to make some music. It is also the day we attempt to release a essential mix starting next year, yeah, including January 1st. So I got So I bet I need to work on this essential mix. And yes, there will be timestamps, because I'm not that crazy of a maniac. Because I've done it before. I've done timestamps before, so that you can easily find the song that you're looking for, with if you ever enjoy a song. It's also the day that so it's mostly going to be Fortnite content, because that's probably what's going to end up happening. But if another huge member decides to play something else, we can play something else. As the streams that go on the Huge are exclusive to the Huge YouTube channel. The only real issue right now is that we do not have access to one of the consoles, because the PS4 is not here. So we just got to cross our fingers the PS5 is open, because... Well, then again, the Huge has above 50 subs, so we shouldn't have to worry anymore. Because YouTube has a stupid rule to where if you're trying to stream on mobile, you have to have at least 50 subs. It used to not be that way. It used to only be for, like, streams that were done through YouTube and not Omelette, but they changed it to ruin our dang lives. So yeah, I still cannot stream sports games on our sports channel because of that stupid rule. So please, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my sports channel so I can frickin' stream on it. Because I would like to... Because if not, I'm just going to stream all of the sports stuff like that supposed to be coming up this next coming year on our main channel. And I don't want to do that, but I'm probably going to have to do that until we get there. So yeah, Super Sundays is basically is a crazy event that goes on not every Sunday anymore. It's Sundays within the first 28 days now. But Super Sundays are still fun. Either way. So let us get on to the next segment. The next one is called The Forfeit Wheel of Death. This is a new Chapter 3 original segment where we're going to be playing a game. But if I lose in the game, I have to spin... You know what? I'm just going to show you. I will have to... Where is this wheel that I'm looking for? Not this one. It is this wheel right here. It's not finished yet. I have to fix more of it. But I have to spin this forfeit wheel, and I have to do whatever it says on this wheel. It's not finished, but here's the full list of, or partial list of things we have to do. Yes, one of them is eat grass. I hope I don't land on that one, because that one's gross. And, yeah. This one right here is probably going to be the one that's going to be either relief or just death. It's like going to be good and bad at the same time. Because, yeah, there's an end of the stream immediately thing as well. It's going to be a fun thing. We're not done with the forfeit wheel. So there's going to be more forfeits once we add some. So yeah, each forfeit has a maximum amount of time that we will be doing a forfeit, and that is about and that will number will be 15 minutes. And once the forfeit's done, we don't have to do it anymore. Just so we don't screw ourselves over. All right, moving on to the next segment. Another Chapter 3 original, 3 Hours in the Woods. This is inspired by my friend GT, who's done videos of just being outside in the woods. So we decided we are going to add our own segment of it. Each month of the year is probably going to have one of these. And each month the weather is different. So we'll be able to see what it's like. Unfortunately, right now it's a little warm for December right now. It's actually almost on the hot side in temperature, even though I live in Maryland. So the weather is probably not going to be as I expected. But that's not a problem because I'd rather be hot than cold anyways. But 3 hours in the woods is basically us just looking around the woods. There's a lot of areas that we've been in those woods over the years because I've been there before. So you'll be able to see all that. As long as the stream doesn't go out, because we're going to be using our cellular data because we're not going to be in the house. So yeah, it is not small either. The woods stretches into a couple of our neighbors' yards, or at least one other apart. Well, it's actually like stretches into the backyards of basically 4, but we're allowed back there, so it's not going to be too bad. All right. And then the final segment, which is not been active a lot. Used to be a weekly thing, but then changed to a monthly thing, but then didn't happen. But now it's going to be a monthly thing again. For those of you who don't know what Channel 96 News is, it is basically a segment where we cover the news of everything. But we're going to revise it because we're going to combine the elements of Channel 96 News to the next season with the next season announcement. Meaning it's going to be a bigger segment than it used to be. It's going to talk about basically the news of the real world, the news of the gaming world, and the news of our channel world. And the Discord news for us as well. So there's going to be 4 parts to this event. We're going to try to get over what everybody wants to see first, which is going to be the channel news. Then we'll go over to Discord news, which is basically news about other Discord members of our Discord Football League, Extreme Access Football League, which we have big news to talk on that as well. Ultra Access Football League, anything on Discord really, and its members. Then the third segment is talking about game news, which we would then talk about the news that has something to do with a bunch of the games. So it's going to be talking about a lot of different things. It's going to be talking about all games that are currently in the season schedule. and it's also going to talk about the games that will be added into the next season as well. Then we have, and then the final segment is real life news, which we're going to pick up a bunch of stories from the real world and try to incorporate it at the end, because no one's going to want to see it unless if you actually really, really want to see it. So we're going to put it at the end. So that's what Channel 96 News is about. Basically, a updated version of your news. As if you want to know what Channel 96 News was inspired by, it was inspired by another YouTuber from the same city that I live in, which they had a comedy thing called Channel 69 News. I didn't want to steal 69, so I just picked 96. And it worked. Now, of course, there has been suggestions by my sister to change the name to Channel 1 News, which, no. Just no. It's not good. We want a 96, Channel 96 News. So I'm going to stick with that. So, check out, I don't know if he changed his name or not, but he has 3 videos on Channel 69 News. And not everything in there is real at all. It's just all comedy. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will like it. Now, of course, I could change up 96 News last minute to have more segments, because as I'm recording this, I'm actually thinking of more ideas for it. But I don't know if I want to put it in or not, because this is probably going to be a waste of time. So yeah, that is basically the channel announcement for the upcoming Season 1. So if you guys are pumped up for Chapter 1, Season 1, press the sub button, as we are approaching the top 100 YouTubers in our division on the channel crawler, which is basically a search filter. I search filtered everything that's related to my channel, and it didn't put us in the top 100, but we are on that list somewhere. So yeah, our channel is registered again. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention for Super Sundays, we're also going to be adding in rivals using the channel crawler with search features similar to our own channel. It's not gonna be a bad rivalship. It's gonna be a friendly. This will take place every Sunday, except the first one, because we're adding ourselves in the first Sunday. And with the exception of overtime Sundays as well. So yeah, that is basically it. If you guys enjoyed, press the sub button, and we will see you guys in Chapter 3.